Welcome to Student Connections, where students connect with their community.
Hi, and welcome to Student Connections on M6. I'm Clark Deal, and we're here with Marysville Superintendent, Dr. Wightman. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Yep.
So I understand that a few weeks ago, Marysville Public Schools, they partnered with St. Clair County Sheriff's Office and the Marysville Police Department, and now they kind of have a new approach to school safety. Tell us a little bit more about that and what the ALICE training is.
Well, one of the things I want to let you know, Clark, is the fact that the district, the number one priority here in the district is school safety.
Okay.
We want all of our students to be safe, our staff, and all of our campuses here in the district. Now, I talked to Chief Koenig. We had a number of conversations, and one of the things that we've had conversations about is a ALICE training here in the district, which we had this fall. Now, ALICE is simply, the acronym means to alert, to lock down, to inform, and to evacuate, and even to counter at times. So, with regards to this, we've taught and trained our staff, in case there's an individual that comes into our buildings that is considered to be a threat, we implement ALICE as a school system or as a building and implement these different types of features. One of the things I learned in this training is the fact that it allows us not only to apply something that makes sense, but also in the real world, in case you're at a movie theater, or if you're at the mall, or whatever the case may be, you could apply these different types of things to your certain situation. In case you can't evacuate, you go in and you lock down, and you barricade the doorways and so on to try and protect yourself from, being put into harm's way and so on. So, one of the things I also want to let you know with deciding to bring the training here to Marysville, I was in Orlando over the summer.
Okay.
I was on a panel I was invited to at a conference, and it was the week after the shootings that took place in the city. So going there during that time period, it was very, very clear to me, seeing all of these different funerals and these processions of vehicles going down the streets. It made sense to me to bring this to Marysville, because you never know when you're in a situation, or could be in a situation, where you have to do something.
Yeah, exactly. I know that the older protocols were kind of outdated, but I definitely feel a lot better with this ALICE program.
One of the things I want to also let you know, think about lockdown. The old protocol or the past practice has been to close the door, pull the shades, everybody hide, turn off the lights, and get out of the way of the windows or out of sight.
Right.
That originated back in Los Angeles, in that area where South Central, Compton, and East LA, when there were a lot of gang wars that were occurring during the 1980s and the early 1990s. That practice nationwide has been something that school districts have been implementing, but it doesn't make sense. I mean, if you can get out of a building, which is the first priority, get out and evacuate. So.
Yeah, it seemed kind of strange to me to just have to stay in the one room if you had the opportunity to leave.
Yeah.
So I know that there's talk about promoting and voting for the Sinking Fund on November 8th. And could you explain what exactly is a Sinking Fund and what it would be used for?
Yeah, a sinking fund is a lot different than a bond. A bond you have to apply for, and once you get approved for the bond based upon the voters, if they approve it, you have to pay interest. A sinking fund is a pay-as-you-go program, which means that you collect taxes, you use that money for the purposes of whatever it is you want to use it for. For example, we have a roofing project over at Marysville Middle School. It's going to cost us $1 million to have that roof replaced. And the problem with that roof right now is that it's actually absorbing water. It's like a sponge, instead of it actually repelling water. So that would be what we would need to do, one of the projects that we would need to do with regards to the money. So the benefit to a sinking fund is you're able to do projects, collect money, taxpayers' money, and able to do things with that money that you would not have to pay interest on, compared to you going out and having bonds and having to make those payments, as you go. So in the end, the sinking fund will benefit the district tremendously. We'll be able to make some improvements here in the school district, and we'll actually be able to save money as well.
All right. Okay, so where could the people of Marysville vote for this proposal?
Well, the typical precincts is where they'll normally vote. If you live in the townships, you'll vote in your regular township precinct. In the city of Marysville, there are 3 that we have open. One at Gardens Elementary School. There's another one that's open over at Marysville Middle School, and then we also have the Masonic Lodge here in the city.
Okay. All right. So it's been a pretty good fall athletic season so far, and just what's your viewpoint on Marysville's public schools athletic performance this year so far?
Well, actually, I'm very, very proud of our athletic teams here in the district, and this fall has been a phenomenal fall. Actually, last night I was in Fenton, Michigan for the soccer game regional. We didn't beat Notre Dame Prep, but we had a great season. We won the district here. We're very, very proud to have that happen. Our football team is undefeated. They play this Friday night against a very, very, very good South Lake football team. We're very proud of them. We had a great year in golf, girls golf this year. We had a number of players that went to the state tournament this year. Our volleyball team is having their district tournament this year. They're peaking at the right time. I talked to the girls and the coaches, and we're excited about that this year. Our equestrian team and our girls swim team also did very, very well too as well. But I also don't want to forget, our cross-country team also did very well. They just competed in the MAC competition, and we did very well there.
Yeah, I know the whole community is just really happy with just how everybody's performing with athletics here. Now, I know reading's so important with student learning, and I understand that district has implemented a new corrective reading program. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, a couple of things. Yeah, I actually want to share with you a couple of things. First and foremost, when you first come to school, from kindergarten, maybe even preschool to 3rd grade, you're learning how to read. But from 4th grade and beyond, you're actually reading to learn. And we have certain programs that we put into place here in the district to make sure that our kids are able to read with fidelity, to be able to comprehend, to decode, and so on. And corrective reading is one of those programs. But that program was implemented from 3rd grade actually all the way up through 12th grade for students who need to refine and improve upon their decoding skills and their comprehension skills and so on. And we're very, very pleased with that actual program. It's shown some very good promise with regards to some of the data that we're getting out of it. The other thing I wanted to let you know too is this. Literacy is a gift. That's something that nobody can take away from you. Once you're able to read and to be able to read and comprehend and learn from what it is that you're reading, that's something that's a lifelong gift that continues to give. Just picking up the daily newspaper and being able to read about the sports stories or scores or the stories on the front page or even the political things that are happening around the world or even in our country. Learning how to read is something that probably be the greatest gift that you can also achieve. So we want to make sure that once kids leave Marysville schools, they have those skills so that they can apply them in life and also in their workplace. Yeah, I know when I was little, when I first was able to read, it just gave me a great sense of accomplishment and just pretty happy because I didn't think I'd ever be able to. Yeah, I understand. I had the same feelings too as a kid too. So we've had 2 important guests this past month for Marysville State Superintendent and Chef Chi. Why were they here and why Marysville? Well, you know, Marysville is a very, very has a high reputation in the state. I invited Brian Whiston out, the state superintendent, to visit Marysville schools. I believe what we're doing here in the district, we're doing some great things. For example, this year we implemented a new program on behalf of the Board of Education. In their approval, we put into a beginnergarten program, which is a preschool program here in the district to get more kids in early childhood experience. Brian had an opportunity to go into the classroom. He actually read a book to the kids called If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. He enjoyed himself during that visit. The kids were very excited. But the point being is this, he had an opportunity to see that new program in practice and visiting a number of other classrooms throughout the morning he was here. But he ended his day or his time here in the district, in this room here that we're talking in, to give him an opportunity to do an interview with our communication arts program and our students here. He was very impressed with the visit and everything, and actually the information that he's gathered on his visit, he's sharing that information with his board, the State Board of Education, and also other districts in the state too. So it was a great visit and opportunity for us to showcase the district. And then even with the chef that came here at the school here, he was impressed with a lot of the things that we're doing here with the food service programs and wanted to share some of the things that he's doing. And it was a good promotion opportunity for us here in the district to not only feature a chef coming here in our food service department, but also to promote our food service workers here in the district too, who do a great job day to day preparing our meals for our students to make sure that they're nutritious and they're on time.
Yeah, I know we're all very proud of everything that goes on here, and I think it's nice having other people see what we do.
Absolutely.
So last year, the Community Foundation established a new Marysville Community Endowment Fund. How has that fund helped?
Well, the fund has helped on a couple of things. We've already received over $10,000 of money from the Marysville Fund. And one of the things I want to let you know is we wouldn't have that money if it weren't for them to offer it. Like at last week's football game, our last football game of the year, the foundation gave away $5,000 to various high school clubs here in the district, two of which was the band, who received $2,000, and the robotics team. That money is going to be used to improve upon the already great programs that those both are, but it wouldn't be possible without that community fund. There also, I want to let you know, last year Gardens Elementary School received $5,000 from the community fund to actually purchase a Chromebook cart for our second grade students to use in the classroom so that they can practice keyboarding and 21st century skills so that they can be successful as students here in the district. So we're very, very pleased with the things that they've done for us here, and we're also trying to build an awareness of this program because it's new.
Yeah.
And with these types of giveaways and opportunities, we're building also an opportunity for them to communicate to the community that this is something that you can donate to.
Yeah, I think that whole program's great. Just everything I was hearing about it just seemed really positive.
Yep.
So we know that there was an unveiling of the artwork at Mercy Hospital, and we understood that you were there. How do you think that helped with just around the community?
Well, you know, going over there was something that was a powerful experience for me. You know, there are a lot of people in the Blue Water area that have had cancer, have gone through cancer, and in that actual area, seeing the artwork put a smile on my face and the people that were there. It gives them something to look at. We have some tremendously talented students, not only here in the district, but also in the Blue Water area that put together the project. And I also want to say that Becky Sparshoe, one of our art teachers here in the district, she did a tremendous job organizing it and putting the pieces together so that they would be able to be put on display in the hospital. So, you know, not only with our students, but also the staff here in the district, it was a wonderful experience for me. And, you know, I think for years to come will be something that people will appreciate.
Yeah, cancer's definitely touched the lives of a lot of people, and I think that'll really make a difference, having them happy with that, seeing the art. Dr. Wightman, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I'm Clark Deal for News Now, and I'm 6.